This is Valerie. This is how you do it. I got my phone set up in the window of the truck, so you may hear the air conditioner running because it is hot out there, y'all. Oh gosh. I just pulled me some more water. I am at two lots, what my mom used to own, and these are the only two lots that are in town. They have to be cut every 2 weeks. Since it's been raining, we haven't cut the lots, and the grass is up to my knees. So I cut the sidewalk area and went over the part where you drive up to get the riding mower up on top of it. So Willie's on the riding mower, and I did all the pushing the grass of the sidewalk and edging it out. And one of them is uphill, so I just finished doing that. Now I'm in the truck with the air on, trying to catch some water. And I thank y'all for joining me. Let me see if the chat is on, because I see I got 5 people with me. Oh, okay. Thank you. Yes, it is. It is hard keeping up grass, especially when the grass is not at your house. I'm going to in town, close to town. Hey, how you doing? And when you're going to town, if you don't cut the lots, the city will charge you $150 to cut it. And then if the property ain't worth it because it's on like the west side and places like that, they end up taking all the property from people that don't cut their grass. So if they don't cut it twice or 3 times, then it's not worth keeping the property. Because the taxes is like $10 a year or $12 a year or something like that. And so when they charge you $150, then you be like, shoot, let them have it, because the taxes ain't but $10, you know, less than $15. The house I grew up in was on one of them lots. Yeah, that's how they get us. They just take property. I was looking at the lots around here, how much land they done took from different people that when I was growing up, they done tore down the houses, and then when they tear down the houses, then they grow grass, and then the weeds and stuff taking over the neighborhood, then they'll take the lots from the people. And when the older people die, the younger people just don't cut the grass. Now, I'm the youngest child of my mom. Yeah, I told you my mom had 10 kids. The first one died, so she's got 9 living. I got 2, my older brother and my older sister passed. When it came to giving the property away, everybody wanted property in the country, something that they didn't have to maintain. But the city lots, didn't nobody want that. And Will and I was cutting the lots before my mom passed. And we still cutting the lots. My mom been passed over 5 years, probably going on 6 years or more. But anyway, she passed 2012, and we've been cutting the lots way before then, because we were cutting them for her. And I used to tell Mama, why don't you just sell it, live on the property, live off the money from the property. I used to tell her that all the time. Now I'm about at the point where I just get somebody, they just cut the grass. But you know, it get like that sometimes. But put up a sale sign, huh? I don't know. I've been hanging on to it. And I'm pushed by her memory to keep it cut. I would not let them folks take it. What I think. Yes, baby. I'm trying to teach them. I'm trying to teach my son now. But you know, your children ain't built on what you built on. Seems like they so trifling sometimes when it comes to stuff. They don't even want to cut the grass at the house. I be trying. Don't let them see how important it is to hang on to land. My mom always said that because we're in the historical property area, that town was going to try to scoop up all the black folks' land that's close to town, and we just need to hang on to it until they pay for it. Don't just let them take it. Yeah, I'm gonna keep cutting it. I was just letting y'all know what we were doing right now, and right now I'm just taking a break because all this land is not flatline land. Some of it's up the hill, and you have to cut that part that's down by the sidewalk that's going to the street too, because they'll be like saying you letting your weeds and grass grow all into the streets, and you have to keep that stuff trimmed too. The trees and stuff trimmed that's on growing over your property, so we don't let no limbs and trees try to grow no bushes. Everything just cut them down. If somebody want to buy it in the future and plant them some shrubbery or some bushes, they can do that. I told Willie one time we ought to come out here and spray the whole lot, kill everything, called green. But you can't do that. Yeah, ain't nothing changed. They'll say you letting your land grow up, and like you say, it's a hazard. They'll say we have rats and all kind of stuff, rodents, or it's a hazard for kids or something like that. But you know what? You know what get me about this? When people stay next to these lots, and then they let that stuff grow up all up next to their house. I wouldn't let stuff like that go up to my house. Where we live at now, we go outside our fence and at least cut like a lawnmower wide, so stuff in the woods won't come in our yard. Cause we just go all the way around our property on the outside, make sure it's at least that much space from our fence line to the other people's property, like an easement. Cause you don't know what be coming out in the woods. You know, see they be talking about snakes and stuff like that too. I understand all of that. It's children live in town, but they let all this property go down here. It's two houses, now three houses left on this street that's livable, and they didn't tow down all the rest of the houses that that's just lots, and they got about two or three houses that condemned that's falling in. Yes, I believe that's what they doing. I was talking to a girl that passed by, and I say, Risa still stay around here. I say, you live with Risa? Like that was one of her children, grown girl walking from the store. And the stores ain't open around here no more. They didn't close down, so she had to go a good distance. And she said, yeah, I'm with Risa. And I'm looking at them. I'm like, they grown asses. They mama house look like they ain't cut their grass, you know. It's just something. And I was trying to tell her, I said, if the lots don't keep cut around here, it's bringing the value of the property down. And the city is coming from town, and they trying to take all of this. I guess when I got through telling her that, she went home and told her mama. And up the street now, it's a man out there with a little stick picking up trash. And the mama out, they got there trying to clean the yard up and cut some grass now. Child, and I don't even live out here no more. Trying to school these young people that live out here. You keep on letting your place look like it's run down, they gonna tear it down. And then it's bringing the property down. You ain't got no crime on this street because it ain't nothing on this street but three houses, and it's in a cul-de-sac. So you got a street in a cul-de-sac, and ain't but three people living on this street, and then there's some empty lots. And it's one condemned place that they tearing down and a church on the corner where they didn't have an empty building they didn't put a church into. Child, this whole street, they ought to be maintaining this whole street and all the trash. You know how people drop stuff walking back and forth. These people they waiting on the city to come out here and do something with these lots. The city letting the lots that's vacant just grow up. Child, let me show you. Since I'm talking about it, let me get out here and show you. Let me turn this truck off. Because these keys get locked in here, I'll be ass out. And Willie got keys, but I don't. Let Let me show you right here next to the lot we just cut. That right there, that is not a tree. Bush. That is a bush. Look at that. Look at that building next door. That's a condemned building. Look at that. That's a bush. And that's a sidewalk down there too. Now, right here, that's a lot. Now this the lot Willie just cut. Right here. I cut the sidewalk right here. And then Willie cut up there. Now going out here, I'm on the sidewalk. Check it out. Check that sidewalk. That property right there, that's not ours. There's some property behind there. Right there, that's not cut. That's not ours. Just this little square lot. And then here go, look down the street. Somebody live in that house right there. When I tell you about the twin mansions, our house used to be tall like this one. Go look up. That's one of them Alabama houses I was telling you about. We lived in 2 houses as big as that. They were sitting right there on both of them lots. The city got the first lot. But look over here. Look how that building right there. That's how they take your property. Now they done took this, that's grown up. This is that cul-de-sac I grew up in. A house used to be right there, they done tore it down. Now you see they tearing that one down. Now this house right here I'm walking up to with these bushes up here growed up, that's an empty house. If they don't do something with this, the people that own the property, they gonna tear this one down. You see that? Now over here, that's an empty lot. I can't see y'all talking right now. But the city just trying to take all this property. They gonna end up with it if they don't keep up with it. If you don't cut the grass, they gonna take it for $300. Cause they gonna do it probably the first time you don't cut it, then they gonna cut it again within 1 month, and then that'll be $300. Cause you have to cut it every 2 weeks. Yeah, that's how Montgomery look. Old Montgomery. I just thought I'd come on and talk to you a while. I'm turning back to me now. I'm gonna show you where Willie at. This is just one lot that we cut. Now this is a store that I used to go into or run into all the time. They closed the neighborhood stores down, and now church off into that store. That used to be a daycare kind of thing. Now they turned that to a church. Like we ain't got enough holiness churches around here. Now this right here used to be like a fish market, and it was black owned too. It tore down. Well, it's closed down. It ain't tore down. Now I'm gonna walk up here and show you some on the next street now. Now I'm in the street. I done turned the corner. This is another lot. You see all this grass I'm walking into? This somebody else's property. Used to be a house there. Look at that. That's how they taking the land from our people. Look at this. There's some stairs used to go to the house. The house gone. This here I just cut. See that stake in the ground right there? Well, I cut all this. Look how they throw paper going in. I had to push the mower on this. And there go Willie. Now that's a whole house can go there and a business. This is in the city. These are business lots. You can run a business on these lots. but the children don't value them no more. This house right next to this lot, Willie cut. See, there goes Willie. They done look at this houses. The older people, they moved out of this house. Look how they got it boarded up. Don't nobody live in this no more. Give this a few years, and the young people don't take care of it, it's gonna be gone to the city. They're gonna tear it down, and they're gonna build what they want to build on it. Across the street, another lot. Down the street. See, when the kids get a little size and call themselves grown, just like me, they move away from home. And when they move away from home, their mama house, where their mama used to stay, that neighborhood and all the old folks who used to stay in that neighborhood, the neighborhood started going down. The neighborhood started falling apart because ain't no life in the neighborhood. Ain't no babies in the neighborhood. Ain't nobody being born and keeping breath into the neighborhood. And so if you ain't got no life in these neighborhoods die. Look at that. These neighborhoods die. You ain't got no babies running up and down the street. You ain't got no young folks willing to stay here, which I'm not. I'm just saying. But I do come back and keep the property up for the folks that do stay here. Because they ain't gonna come out and cut no hedges because just to keep their property looking good. No, they ain't these kind of folks out here. Now you have some people in the country, when old folks get too old to cut property, the children will help them out. Or you could pay somebody to help them out. I was pushing the lawnmower up that hill just then. I saw some little kids walk by. They come from down the way. And I was thinking in my head, it used to be a day when young folks, little kids, like 10, they be trying to make some money by cutting some grass. Or somebody would say, you know, I keep that cut for you for such and such every 2 weeks. I'm like, oh, you know, somebody says they don't try to charge me an arm and a leg for cutting those 2 lots. I'll give them some money to cut them 2 lots. And they live in the neighborhood. All you got to do is check on the lots and see if the kids cut the lots and then give them their money. Yeah. They don't make them like they used to, y'all. I don't think they make them like me no more. Well, y'all, I'm gonna get off this thing. I came on just to talk to y'all a little bit. I know y'all ain't had a chance to talk to me. I'm going live and walking around. Hey. Yeah. Here go a man walking the street, pushing a curb, a vacuum cleaner. Now, where he going? Let me show it to you, y'all. Oh, he going to the Holiness Church. He done went down the street and got a vacuum cleaner. Wow. I told Willie, there's a church right next door. We can sell the property to the church so they can use it for a parking lot. Or just let them use the parking lot and they keep the grass cut and they can just park on it. I don't hardly ever see the folks at the church. Why you don't see folks at church but on Sunday? Thank you. Because I'd be willing to, because they be parked all over. Now, when I did see to come by here earlier, when my mom, earlier, they used to be parked all on this cul-de-sac street, all up and down both sides of the street. But then they can use that lot. They can use the lot up the hill, but I don't know if they can get up there to that lot. But anyway, this lot for sure they could use. A few cars can park on it. All they got to do is keep the grass cut. If you would think that the church would keep the neighborhood clean anyway. Yeah, I agree with that. People that got something don't even keep it up. Like these children on this street. This is the next generation. The kids got it now. The kids got it now. It's some houses on these streets that are livable. If they just fix them up just a little bit, because there's people out here who want to live in this neighborhood. People are still living out here. If they just make it passing livable, they can rent it out. They can have some money coming in on the side. It's a shame. And I thought when I was growing up, churches used to get together, get the young folks together, walk the street and pick up paper. They would have some kind of block party or some kind of get together at the church and clean the neighborhood. Yep, they don't do that no more. Because I'm just saying, it ain't safe for the church people to be letting stuff grow up. And then there are snakes, there are rats, there are everything else. I don't see none, but I'm just saying those are possibilities of people getting in and out of their car coming from the church. And it's 2 churches on this block. Ain't now one of them doing nothing. See, I like to go to church, church. Now I'm not on the church, folks, now. And I haven't been in church practically all my life. I won't say all my life, all my adult life anyway. Not all my adult life. I got to take that back. Golly, a lot of it. How about that? Well, anyway, when I was going to church, churches were more active about doing things, especially if they call themselves God's generational holiness church. That's what that one called right there. I don't know what this one is. It's a holiness church though. But them kind of folks walk on, have street meetings, walk up and down the street. When I was growing up, I don't know what they doing now, child. They wearing pants to church, so I don't know what they doing now, child. I couldn't even wear pants at church. I couldn't even wear pants when I wasn't in church. I couldn't wear makeup. It's a new day. Oh, what you say about that? Ching. You right. Well, how we gonna make the building bigger? When we gonna get some cameras in here and get on TV? When we gonna get some music? Ain't no hitting on tambourine no more. We need more than a tambourine and a little organ. Yeah, cleanup day. This is gonna be cleanup day. Once a month or once every 3 months, we're going to get together. We're going to walk the neighborhood. We're going to get all the saints some bags. Everybody get them a stick. We're going to walk from here to here and then and pick up. Okay, y'all ain't got to walk the whole street. Some of y'all walk 1 block and then we're going to drop some off and walk the next block. And then we're going to do 3 blocks. And then we get back together, everybody come on back to the church. We're going to have some food. We're going to have some drink. We just going to fellowship after we clean these neighborhoods. Everybody do 1 block. We're going to put 5 or 6 folks on each block for nobody be by themselves. You get me? And then it ain't no hard work. That's how a cleanup day excuse me. Hold on, y'all. Let me make sure. That's how a cleanup day at the church ought to be. Now some of y'all folks think y'all over church. Y'all hear what I'm saying, don't you? In this cul-de-sac right here, this is just 1 block. They can say, okay, y'all, we're going to send 5 or 6 of y'all go on this street. Or 10 of y'all go on this street. Next thing you know, they're going to be laughing and joking and running and kicking and playing, coming on back to the church. Because it ain't going to take them but 5 or 10 minutes to do it. Then, okay, we're going to send y'all up this way 1 block. We're going to send y'all up that way 1 block. And we're going to send y'all down that way 1 block. And while y'all out there, if somebody stop and talk to you, hand them one of these flyers to come to the church. You still witnessing. You still handling business because you're on church business now. You're on church business. So while you're on church business, don't you run folks down trying to hand them no flyer. But just in case you see somebody, you invite them back to the church for Sunday service. You get me? Because we still about the business of God's business. But we out here. What y'all doing? We out here cleaning up the neighborhood. The church is out here cleaning up the neighborhood. That's witnessing. The church is about the neighbors. The church is about the neighborhood. The church is about beautifying the area. What y'all doing now? Oh, child, we planting a couple of seeds around here. You know, since this lot is vacant, we gonna plant some watermelons. The city ain't gonna stop you. We gonna plant some corn. Now, if the city come around there and say that's my lot, and y'all gonna have to stop doing that, then they'll stop doing that. The city ain't gonna say jack shit. You hear what I'm saying? Let me tell you why they ain't gonna say it. Look at that. That's a city lot. So you clean that city lot off and plant some food. Plant some collard greens. If somebody takes some of the collard greens in the middle of the night, so what? You fed the neighborhood. And then the church, you know, can have little baskets they give out during certain parts of the year. Okay, 4th of July, you hand out some fruit or some vegetable baskets or something. And if need be, you use that as a fundraiser. You set up right in front of the church and collect a little money on some of that stuff you selling. So you can set up a little booth and start selling some of that stuff. You feel me? But you have certain members over the farming. Folks that know about that kind of stuff. Everybody know about it. If you teach something, teach one. What? How they say? Teach one. One teach one, or whatever. Whatever you know what I'm talking about. Take one, teach one. Whatever. I made that one up because I ain't know how it went. Each one, teach one. Yeah. They don't make them like they used to, honey. You still invite them to church. And then they say, I like that church right there. Now, they got 4 or 5 churches on this street going that way. These holiness churches on this corner right here. Because you don't see too many of them other churches doing stuff like that. But they will now. If you get them involved, you tell folks what you're doing, then you may get some participation. I hate to be the one to introduce this to the holiness church. So you know what y'all need to be doing. No, not need to be. But you know, just tell them. Make a day of it. Have a fellowship day. The saints will become closer to each other if they have a day like that. If they get out here doing something other than church. They walk in the streets, they got their little flyer and in their pocket, and then they picking up paper. Them two people talking to each other. They fellowshipping, they learning more of each other outside of church business, for us sitting up there praising the Lord, clapping your hands, playing the tambourine, and jumping up and down shouting. They learning each other, and they're getting to say, you know what, I like her. We had a good conversation as we was walking, as we were picking up this paper. Because it's about picking up the paper. It ain't about me and you talking, but it's about picking up the paper. And then when we got back to church, girl, I enjoyed her so much. We sat down and we ate some of that food, you know, and we had some of that good old cold soda pop and Kool-Aid that they had made. The sisters had made some cornbread and some greens, or they just cooked some hot dogs, or they just made some hamburger patties. It was a hot dog and chips. Nothing too fancy. Hot dogs, chips, and water. And we just sat down and had a good time after we got through picking up all that paper. Yep. I don't think they care, because I'm looking at the neighborhood and I'm getting kind of upset about it. I wouldn't be talking to y'all about it unless it didn't bother me, honey. It just don't make no sense to have a... Let me show you how close the churches are, girl. The blue building is a church. The yellow building is a church. And here I'm back right here. I'm in a cul-de-sac this way. Trash everywhere. People live on this street that they could be witnessing to, that'll come to one of these churches. Don't make no sense. It's a little project up there on the hill there. They call them apartments. But anyway, if they had walking up there toward them apartments, just walk that way, the people see the church about business. They see the church doing something. Child, that's why you don't see a girl showing you a whole lot of clips about no church. That's That's another story. You don't see me. You don't see no videos of me jumping it down, shouting in church, and me showing nobody jumping it down, shouting in church, or no dance and worship service and all of that crap. I used to be a dancer at church. Don't get me wrong, honey. Your girl used to throw that hand up like that and go all the way to the floor with it, and it's just the spirit caused me to dance like the dancers they got now. But these dancers are actually taught to dance, like they have a rehearsal. Now, my dancing wasn't no rehearsal. It was just came to me like that. Well, yeah, that's another story. I ain't gonna tell y'all everything. Well, anyway, child, yeah. I done went back to church a couple times, but I don't film church. I film when I go to church for us. When I show when we go escorting a funeral or something like that. But I don't do too much of that doing that thing with the pastors and all that, child. He laid it down where the rubber meet the road. Yes, he did. Try not to get upset, child. I'm gonna be all right. It's gonna be all right. It sounds like Willie through cutting now. Let me tell you what's been going on with YouTube since I'm talking. One day, this channel was up at $98, y'all. Since I hadn't talked on it for a while, it went down to $88. And then it then went down to $77. What's going on? I thought once you make the money, it stays there. But as time go by, when I'm not doing a video, look like the revenue is going down. Do y'all understand that? You people that make videos, why is the revenue going down? Once it was up here, then it started going down like that. Somebody that make videos, y'all explain that to me. Right now, I can't get in contact with YouTube because I'm talking on my phone, and I'm gonna have to wait till my laptop come in before I can actually talk to them about that. But since I haven't been making videos regular, like I was making them every day, when I was making them every day, looked like it was just jumping up. The revenue was just jumping up like that. And then when I stopped, just taking a break, thank you, Jesus, take a break. Look like the money started falling off. Now, if y'all hear me and you don't hear me right now while I'm live, if you listen to me later on and then you know why that happened, tell me what's that all about? What's that all about? Am I doing something wrong, or do I supposed to be doing something that I'm not doing, or do I supposed to do something to maintain that level so it'll stay at that level and not drop down from that level? Tell me so. Well, anyway, y'all, I'm gonna get off this thing because I have heard Willie cut the lawnmower off. Matter of fact, he shouldn't have cut it off. He should have been coming down here with it. It's a ride mower. He's supposed to be coming this way. I probably better go check on him. What y'all think? Child. Yeah. Let me go fat. Okay, you said that happens, unfortunately. The longer you don't upload a live stream, child, that mean I got to come on every day just to keep the money up. It was up to $90-some. Now it's down to $70-some. I said I need to do something every day. If it ain't but, hey, y'all know what the deal is. Y'all know what the deal is. Hashtag business handle. I got to come on to keep my money from falling down. Lord Jesus. I was almost at $100. Let me go on up here. Well, y'all hashtag handle business. Y'all let them commercials play. Let me go up here and find out why I'm willing to cut the lawnmower off. I'm taking y'all with me. You know how you do stuff live and take folks with you before you can have a witness. Like I told you, I'm from the west side. I ain't scared of nothing out here. I ain't never scared. There you go. He done got off the lawnmower, resting. Lord bless him. You need some water? Oh, he said he got some. Shit, what he stopping for? You got your. I'm so glad. I'm happy for you too. You got your $100. I know it. Child, like to jump for joy when you get that money on. Thank you, Lord. Willie done got off the lawnmower, y'all. I came up in the told him you was coming back. The lawnmower stopped. Then I say the lawnmower ain't got no business stopping. If it stopped, you supposed to be at the truck. You look at him. Want to cut some weeds, huh? Some vines. A tree. Be careful. Whew. Well, look at Willie to cut the lot, y'all. He did that thing. Look how nice that look. Don't you know you can have some kind of picnic on a lot like this? Yeah. And I wouldn't care if the church used it. But there you go. And they got a lot right behind their yard they can have stuff in. This is the apartments buildings I was telling you about. Yeah, he is a hard working man, isn't he? That's the apartments I was telling you about. It didn't take me 2 minutes to walk to it. It didn't even take me a minute to walk to it. When I was talking about passing out flyers and cleaning up the neighborhood. But we don't make them like that no more. Huh?
Right there.
I can do what to it?
Drag these bushes over there.
Put them on the property?
They off your property. Right up in the bush, right there. Right there to the side of the fence. They're yours. You see where it's sitting on?
Well, yeah, right here, this people property right here.
The tree property at the wall.
Okay.
The tree on our property.
Child Willie got me dragging bushes. I was telling him, okay, right here. He said, put it right. He said, yeah, that's a bush I just laid there. He wanted me to drag that right there. It is a good, quiet neighborhood. Child, how you gonna have a ruckus in a place where ain't hardly no neighbors at? Everybody moving out. Trying to go to the west side. Now they leaving the west side, going to the east side. The northeast. Southeast. It actually is quiet here. Child, when I was growing up, they had folks, that's when you had to look out. Because you had all these folks with 9 kids coming out of one household. And you got in trouble with one, you got in trouble with all of them. Brothers and sisters was like little gangs. But they weren't no gangs, they was just all family. Child. But Dad, what you doing? Picking up the stuff this man creating more work. Cutting bushes. That tree don't even belong to us, but he think it do. So I got to do what he say do. Keep him from dragging them. Time to go to the house now, child, where the lots are cut. You feel me? Need to cut our own grass. Believe it or not.
See, you can't.
Huh?
Can't let you block the sidewalk.
I know, sweetness. Say you can't let it block the sidewalk. Like that one with the city blocking the sidewalk. I think that's a shame. How the city blocking the sidewalk. But yet and still, they'll fine you and take your property for doing the same thing. What they doing? They trying to make the neighborhood look run down so they can end up condemning the whole block and taking it. And those two people that stragglers and hanging in there, pressuring them into letting their property go. saying that it ain't no valuable property. Cost, look at the rundown neighborhood. And then don't want young people to stay out here because when they drive out here, everything look run down. Don't nobody want to move out in a rundown looking neighborhood. Empty houses. See, that's how they get us, y'all. Who want to live down in a neighborhood that look run down? You walk around there, it's more vacant houses than it is there's houses and people living in. Nobody. Yeah. Well, then left from right here. Now he right here. Look at him.
Take it right there.
You want me to take that right there? That was. I just find it. Hang on. Okay, that's something else right there, baby.
Yeah, I know.
You just okay. All right. Yeah, that's the time to buy it. You sure right about that. You think about all these houses that's got the boards on it. See, they start off with the boards there, the folks moving out. You buy up that property. You breathe life back into it. You've kind of fixed it up the best you can, at least the outside. And when people drive by, they say, you know what, that's a nice looking house right there. I know what neighborhood it's in. But then again, I ain't got a whole lot of money. I can pay this much rent. Let me call them folks and see how much they charging. Then you got some rental property. Everybody got to stay somewhere. You give folks a chance. And everybody ain't got A1 credit. So you give them a chance. You say, okay, I'm going to take a chance on you. But you have to pay on time. And then you got people that's on Section 8. You get your money on time every time. They just want to live in a house and be out the projects. There you go. That money right there is guaranteed money. And they gonna pay you top dollar for your house. If you say you charging this much for your house, then they will pay what you charge. Even if the people can't reach it, Section 8 can reach it. That's just me talking. To some of y'all that lend your mom and dad a property, just go down. See, this lot I'm walking on right now. This lot could be leased. It is like you said, it is so peaceful on this lot. It is so quiet. It got shade trees. It's got everything. I told my niece, I said, won't you put up a beauty shop on this lot? I said, you can do hair, because she do hair at her house. And your brother can cut hair. They don't stay together. They just know how to cut hair and know how to do hair. Damn near cussed me out. Gonna give them the land and told them to do that. I don't want that. F and F and F and F and F. I want something in the country. Child. She wanted my mama to give her land in the country. They thought that land was more valuable than the land in the city. Just like you just saw the neighborhood, they think that it's run down. I'm telling them it's residential property and it's business property. You get what I'm saying? It's commercial property and residential property. You do hair. You can have your own business. You want to work in somebody else's beauty shop, you can have your own beauty shop. You can rent one of them houses, like a storage house or something like that, have them people put it on the lot, then Then you get an outside of it, a facelift, to make it look like a business. I'm trying to tell her how to do it. First, let's put some kind of shed up there, you know, like one of them storage houses. The bigger ones, you know, with the door to it. Put some shutters on it. You know, make it look like a house. Now it's going to be a business. You just show up to go to work and go back home. Yeah, you're right. They scared of responsibility. So my niece messed around now. My mama didn't leave her none. Because I said that in front of my mama. My mama did hair. My mama was a hairdresser. That's somebody that don't want something for nothing. They want to do nothing. And I sure wanted her to take it. Because I knew my mama wasn't going to give her no land in the country. My mama was going to give it to her mama and let her mama pass it to her. That her mama's spot in the country gone because they ain't pay the taxes. Land ain't free. You still got to pay taxes. Well, I just praise God because God told me if I'm faithful over few things, He gonna make me ruler over many things. You get me? I don't know what God got in store for this property and why am I cutting this property faithfully, keeping it up before my mama died and since my mama done passed. I'm still doing it. It's in my name now though, but I'm just saying, if it wasn't for my mom, I probably would have never been bothered with this myself. Yep. Paying taxes cheaper than rent. Because I looked at this property many times. I said, this could be a business. Sit right up here on this corner. Open it up. People passing by, cars passing by. All you need is a beautiful sign saying something. Lord Jesus, what could the sign say? Look at here. Look what's passing, y'all. Look at the cars. This is the look right here. And then you got those people in those apartments right there. So Lord, what can go here? What kind of business can go right here on this lot with a nice sign to attract the folks? And then you got this much land to put it on. There I don't do hair. There I do her hair. So Lord, what can go right here? We got 2 churches already. We don't need nobody else preaching down folks because they in the black neighborhood like they need to be saved. There's more saved folks in the black neighborhood than you can shake a stick at. you can say Nunu and Poo Poo and Big Bear. They all have been to somebody's church. How you doing from the UK? Yeah. Okay, Willie back on the mo, y'all. I guess that means he finna crank it up. He gotta take a couple of breaths right now. He did the work. If we can get out here, Willie's 62 years old with COPD, and he can get out here and cut grass. Some of y'all lazy folks, I'm talking to you children now. Y'all can get out and cut grass and cut hedges too. And I'm 57. And I done pushed the lawnmower. I'm a girl. I'm talking to my young black men that's listening to me right now. Shoot. Prove to everybody you come from good stock. Do what your mom and daddy taught you. Your grandmama, your granddaddy. Be responsible. All of us done had some decent home training out there. All of us. Somebody taught you to have some sense. I'm laughing now, y'all. Let me hook up this here charger to this phone. Will it be around here in a minute? He ain't cranked up the lawnmower yet. I ain't hear him crank up yet. But he gonna be coming back. I see my phone said that my battery low. That's why I came on back. I just want to check on him and see what he was doing. He was doing a good thing. Now I done moved all the shrubbery on our property. That's what he said, and put it on the fence line until next time. I'm glad you caught me live too. Oh, I'm looking at this chat. How can I let this chat be on for so when I watch it later, I can see the chat? In my settings, is that on here what I'm looking at now? Or do I have to do it on a computer? Can I do it on the phone? Let me see. Oh, on the computer. Okay. Well, I'll do that on the computer. All right, y'all. I'm gonna have to help Willie load the lawnmower on the back of the trailer, and I'm gonna have to get off this thing. So I'm gonna have to help him take the ramp down and all that good stuff, and tie the lawnmower down. So I'm gonna have to get off of this, and I'll talk to all you. I'm trying to end the chat, y'all. I'm coming, Willie.
I don't know why you let the window down.
I'm trying to end this.
I don't care what you're trying to do. You could turn the key and let the window down.
All right. Okay, y'all. I'll see you on the next video. Bye-bye now. Bye-bye. I found it now just then.
You found what?
Bye. I had a log off. Bye-bye, y'all.